Hi guys, and welcome to Intuitive Tuesday. Today I want to share with you 5 easy ways that your intuition may be trying to get your attention and what you can do to enhance them and harness them and further dive in and develop your intuition. A lot of people ask me how, your intuition is very subtle, okay? That's why it's so important to be in tune with yourself, what makes you who you are, and the key to it is really in your heart and your emotions. If you are used to living based off your ego and the world and just thoughts and no heart, you're really going to struggle with tuning into your intuition, hearing it, and most importantly, listening to it. But anyway, it's all in your heart. You have to get in the habit of listening to your heart. Okay, that is the main little tip here I'm going to give you before we actually get started. So the first thing that happens for me when I lose my breath, okay, my breath is literally taken away from me. And it's not like emergency room, I can't breathe, like freaking out, taking a breath away. It would be the equivalent of say you're a bride or a groom who's about to get married and you see your soon-to-be spouse, like, you know, when the groom sees his bride-to-be for the first time, and it's like that is what I mean by taking breath away. It's like there's no words there. You just are so overcome with feelings or emotions or a tingling sensation. There's no words to put into what it is that you are experiencing. So if you're somewhere and you experience something where it's so beautiful or touching or really gets to your, because that's what it is, it's getting to your soul. This experience, it's not even an experience, a thought, a feeling, an experience, anything. When it really touches your soul and you connect with it, it takes your breath away in the most spectacular way. The second thing that happens to me is I will get the chills, like the goosebumps. And it's not like creepy, crawly goosebumps. It is like an exhilarating energy jolt. So to give you an example, for me, and again, I could list 50 different ways that your intuition tries to communicate with you, but the video would be way too long. So I'm just going to show you how it works for me, okay? And then maybe you'll be able to relate. Chills one of two ways. One, it's either a yes, like if I'm reading somebody and I start to get in my ego a little bit, because it does happen. Your intuition is very subtle. It's a very fine, thin line to crossing over into your intuition versus into your reality. So if I'm reading someone and I'm really lasered in and right on track, I will get the chills. Or if I feel like my ego is starting to get to me, and like, because I'm human, okay? I'll be reading someone, and then in my head I'm like, that just sounds so ridiculous. That can't be. And then I just suck out the ego and throw it away, and then I'll get the chills, and that's validating, yeah, you're on the right track. Or the second way that my intuition works with me with the chills, I am not a medium. Mediums are people who have the ability to talk to dead people on command. I don't do that. Although that does happen to me sometimes when I'm doing readings, they do come in. Although I cannot guarantee, that's a whole nother energy, taking your intuition to a whole, and I'll do a video next week on that, okay, showing you how to take yourself into other worlds or realms, okay? So to get back on point here, sometimes I'll be reading someone and you'll have people come up in the cards. Now, one of two things here. They're either alive or they're deceased. When it's someone who is deceased, I get the chills. And it's not creepy crawly chills. It's like, oh my God, it's so hot in here. My intuition's on fire. And then all of a sudden, it's like, oh, thank you. It's like they gave me a jolt, a shot of like an air conditioner in my body. And everything stands up. And then it's like, my intuition just gave me the chills, so yes, it is a deceased person. And then sometimes I'll be able to go even further, deeper, depending on if my energy wavelength matches with that of that deceased person. And then once they meet and we're on the same energy, I could go in and get names and personality types and all kinds of crazy, mind-blowing, phenomenal, wonderful, fun things. The third thing that happens, because I am clairvoyant, when you're working with your intuition, you have four, well, there's actually more than four, but there's four main clairs, and it's the equivalent of your physical senses. It's the ability to feel things, your empaths, see things, smell things. It's all your senses, okay, on a different level. Clairvoyant is the ability to see things, okay, your third eye. It's one of your chakras. If you're a very visual person, very much into, I don't know, interior decorating, or just making things pleasingly look nice to the eye and your surroundings, and graphic design, anything to do with creating and designing pretty things. So because I'm very visual, I'm very clairvoyant, I see things. So whether it's in your mind's eye or physically in front of you, my forehead, my third eye will tingle. It feels like a tingling sensation. So when I start to get that feeling, that's my intuition telling me you're probably going to see something. So just pay attention to your visuals and how you see things. A lot of people, you might have heard the term like seeing things through your third eye. I'm going to show you right now how to do that. Picture your the home that you grew up in, your childhood home. What does the front of the house look like? What does the yard look like? You just saw something through your third eye. There's no secret witchy woo woo special gift you have to do this, okay? Anybody can do it. It's your gut instincts. So if you can visualize, you see the picture in your head. That's seeing something through your third eye. Sometimes I will just see things. So for example, whether it's physical things, like my notes right here, if this was like, if it was cards, okay? I will look at the cards and kind of like dive into the cards, and certain things will pop out and communicate with me because I'm seeing them. Or there was another time where I was driving down the road on the way to my studio, and I saw a dinosaur, like huge fucking dinosaur, walking along the river. And it was like, if you know how to see auras, or you've ever experienced anything like that, when you first start seeing auras, you'll see like a haze, like a milky haze, in the beginning, and then you'll start seeing colors. What I saw, all of a sudden in my mind's eye, a dinosaur popped up, walking next to the river, and then I actually saw the aura of it physically, like in front of me, saw the aura of it, and I was like, whoa, this is so cool. It's pretty. So obviously there was dinosaurs that walked along here around where the river is, where I live. What do I have here? 1, 2, 3. The fourth thing that will sometimes happen, the way my intuition gets my attention and where it might get yours, ringing in the ears. And it's not any kind of medical issue. That would be like clairaudient. Audient is hearing things. So an example of being clairaudient is hearing things, whether you're hearing voices in your head, and a lot of times it'll sound like your own thoughts, okay? So that's another, it's very subtle. It'll sound like you having a whole conversation in your head, and it's your ego and your intuition talking to each other. So ringing in the ears. A lot of times out and about somewhere, and all of a sudden you'll hear like any kind of weird ringing in your ears, and it's not any kind of medical issues with your hearing. Pay attention to tune into what you can hear and what's around you, because you're probably going to get some kind of intuitive message based off what you are hearing. So I'll give you an example. The other day, I was out back here working because it's so nice out, and aside from the stinking humidity, okay, either in the morning or late at night. And my neighbor across the street has two, I think they're Dobermans, or I don't know, they're big dogs. And sometimes, well, not sometimes, I'm lying, all the time, two dogs, when the two dogs start barking, they have this, to me, it is an extremely annoying, whining sound that just goes right through me. I can't stand it. It's very distracting and annoying, and it's loud, and he's got two of them. So as I was sitting here, I got the ringing in my ears, and then all of a sudden the dogs started barking, and I'm like, oh God, really? Like, this is so distracting and annoying. But I found myself taking myself out of my energy and going into the energy of the dogs. And it was like I was tuning into the dogs and what was going on with them, and it was really cool. So now I just kind of know the annoying barking. It's really it's them just expressing all their love and attention for their owner and how much they love him because he plays with them every day, and all, you know, just a whole another thing that I can get off topic. The fifth thing that sometimes happens to me, well, not sometimes, it happens all the time: synchronicity. So it's kind of like almost like a deja vu, but it happens over and over and over. So like some people, a lot of people that I talk to tell me they'll see it, they'll always look at the clock at a specific time, like 9/11, for whatever reason, and they'll see that number all throughout the day. For me, my brother, my younger brother, and my father are both deceased, and my brother died in 2009, okay, and here we are in 2017. I shit you not, probably 3 days a week, every week, ever since he died, I get the same 3 numbers from him. I know it's him just because of personal things. But that's a synchronicity. Seeing the same things over and over and over, or experiencing the same things over and over and over. And you'll know it. It'll pop out to you, and you'll be like, no shit, why don't... It's really... A lot of people mistake it as a coincidence. But when it keeps happening over and over and over and over, it's your intuition, your higher self, higher whatever, trying to communicate with you and get your attention. So the next thing here is, what do I do? When I'm experiencing these things and I'm now aware of them, and I want to tune into them a little bit more, what do I do and how do I do it? I'm gonna go over that right now. So the first thing that you want to do is, that's it, open yourself. Remember I was saying in the beginning of the video that all your intuitive stuff, your psychic senses, it's all in your heart. Open it. That's it. Just that easy. Just give it permission. Tell the universe that it's okay to talk to you and communicate with you, and you're open to it, okay? You're not scared and freaking out and whatnot. So it's just a matter of that easy. Just visualize with me right now, if it's something that you want to do. See a door over your heart. Fuck it, let's just do double doors, okay? And just see the doors opening, and just see your heart glowing and shining to where the higher information up here, your soul, so to speak, can now see the glowing, and you've opened it and allowed it to come into you. The other thing that you can do is say mantras, okay? And these are just beginner basic techniques. Say mantras. So you can say, it is safe for me to open my intuitive heart and my intuitive doors. It's a prayer. That's all it is. It's a prayer, or you saying something to yourself to reinforce what it is that you want to experience. So you could say, like, I am very intuitive and open. I am a psychic. Whatever mantras, prayers, anything that you want to say. It's taking it out of your head and going out of your mouth and putting it into the world and making it a reality, okay? So that's just another thing that you can do. A third thing that you can do when you're trying to open up, you can't force it. You cannot, it doesn't work like that. It's a pain in the freaking ass, and it sucks sometimes. You can't force it. You cannot go out in search and seeking and looking for it, and then get all upset when you don't find it or it doesn't happen. Your intuition just doesn't work. It's like this fucked up game of patience. And I can say the equivalent of like a cat. Like, cats, you know how cats are more like just laid back, and they're like, no, I'm in charge, and I'm just gonna wait for you to wait on me. And that's kind of like how your intuition is, but not like in that snarky way. Your intuition will wait until you are completely in the right space, the right zone, the right mental state of mind. Sometimes some people will even experience like a real, like, unexpected, life-changing experience. Like, a lot of people have told me they've experienced like times where they felt that they should have died or something bad should have happened, but they feel like a guardian angel came in and saved them. or you'll feel like you felt the presence of someone around you or seen a deceased loved one in your house. Sometimes just things like that they'll just come down and throw it at you, and you're like, oh fuck, and then your curiosity's piqued and you want to know more, or you're scared shitless and you want to shut it down. The other thing that you can do, like I said, the forcing patience, you just got to kind of just open up, put it out there, maybe spend 10 minutes, 5 minutes a day thinking about it, putting it out there, and then just kind of sit back in the sun and just enjoy it and relax. If you want to learn specifically how to get intuitive messages from your intuition, I have a mini course that I just finished. It's called Open Your Intuition. And it's priced like unbelievably low right now because it's brand new. I charge $125 an hour for my time. But the course here, it's a little over an hour long. I think my intuition is telling me to charge it for less than $25. So I'm listening to it. So I'll include a link somewhere below or around here, so you can click on that and check that out. But anyway, if the video made sense to you and you were able to relate to it on different ways that your intuition may be trying to communicate with you, please give it a thumbs up. You know someone who would be into this kind of stuff, please share it with them. Any questions, comments, any other videos that you might want me to make in the future, just comment below. So that's what I got, and I'll see you guys next Tuesday, okay? Oh, make sure, if you want this stuff delivered right to your email, to your inbox every Tuesday, make sure you sign up to it's called the RSS link, or Intuitive Tuesday. I'll have a link below down there for you. And then this way, just every Tuesday, the stuff will just go right to your inbox. If you're on Facebook, every Friday, I do what's called Free Readings Friday. Every Friday for like an hour, I just get online, get on Facebook Live, and just read. Free. Absolutely free. Nothing's required. So, yeah, Free Readings Friday. Make sure you like the Facebook fan page. And I'm going to get out of here. I got other stuff I got to do. I got to get to my shop. So, I will see you guys next Tuesday, okay? Bye.